new chapter is about, in this new chapter, we talk about another kind of economies, and that is a mix. That's mixed economy. Now they grab the best of the command economy and the best of the market economy, and they combine it and they produce what we have right now. For instance, in Panama or in Costa Rica or in United States, the government, they try to supervise all the activities and try to make balance in this whole system, and also try to take care of the welfare in society. Okay, so that's basically a mixed economy. Now, today we're going to start. I'm not going to use the PowerPoint, but we're going to use it next week. Now, this week I'm just only to introduce you to this topic through these 4 videos. That the first one explains what is the mixed economy. The next one talks about the characteristic of the mixed economy. The next one, the third, advantage and disadvantage. And the last one talks about a term that they introduced, and maybe you have heard it in somewhere you have heard, and the term is enterprise. Yahoo is an enterprise. What's the other one? Amazon is an enterprise. And I think enterprise are the ones that ellos están en la bolsa de valores. I think those are enterprises, okay? And also they have several branches around the world. So those are enterprises. Okay, now let's begin the class about starting with what is a mixed economy.
The Mr. Sin channel. Today we're going to be looking at a mixed economy. Now make sure you've checked out the other videos of a command economy, a traditional economy, a market economy, and communism, socialism, and capitalism. All those videos will be important for you to do well in your quizzes and tests in this unit. Now, enough of me talking, let's figure out what's going on in a mixed economy. A mixed economy is the most popular economy in the developed world today. It's actually kind of like Hannah Montana's song, you know, you get the best of both worlds. It takes some of a command economy and some of a market economy and puts them together. And then what it forms is this mixed economy. Now, what that means is the government is involved in the economy, but the individual consumers and also our businesses are as well. Our 3 basic economic questions get answered by all parties. The government has some say in it, the consumers have some say, and the businesses have some say. Everyone has a part. And the goal of this is to make sure that there isn't too big of a divide between the rich and the poor, and that people have the support they need to succeed in the society. At the same time, though, it is still up to the individual to work hard and achieve on their own merit. So there's a lot of different things going on in this economic system. Now, this economy has a lot of advantages. It still has people who get to decide what they want to do. It still lets consumers buy what they want to buy. And it also gives the power to the government to regulate and make sure that we're moving in the right direction. Now that's normally where the controversy gets in, and we'll get into that in class of what the government should do or shouldn't do. Now, on the other hand, there are some disadvantages, and that is some people still could get bored and they could check out. And by bored, I don't mean like, oh, there's nothing to do here. What I mean is, oh, I don't like there's restrictions and I'm not going to innovate as much. Eventually you might hit a spot where, well, it doesn't make sense for me to keep making more. Maybe I'm going to get taxed more. Or all of a sudden then the government gets involved and I lose control of parts of my business. And so there's different things that could happen in this economy that might stifle innovation and growth. And those are some of the disadvantages. But overall, right now, this is the most popular economic system. In fact, the United States, we use this system right now. We have a mixed economic system. We don't have true capitalism and we don't have true socialism or communism. We have a mixed economy. Now, this is a really quick look at a mixed economy, but make sure you can explain what it is, how it differs from the other types of economies we've talked about, how it can answer the 3 basic economic questions, and some advantages and disadvantages.
Okay, now let's see the characteristics of this system. let's move on with the advantages and disadvantages of this. Guys, now let's watch this one. This is the last one. Talks about the enterprise. What's an enterprise? Here it is.
Today we're going to be talking about the law of supply and demand and the free enterprise system. By the end of the video, there are 4 questions you'll need to be able to answer. So let's get started. While you're watching this video today, if you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments below. I'll be sure to get to them as soon as possible. And while you're at it, if you like this video, go ahead and hit subscribe so you are notified about future History with Miss H videos. At the end of the video, you should be able to tell me, 1, what is the free enterprise system? 2, what are the 5 pillars of the free enterprise system? 3, what is the law of supply and demand? And 4, what is the government's role in the economy? The free enterprise system is an economic system in which the government has little to no involvement. In theory, that means the government largely stays out of the economy of the country or state. Towards the end of the video, we'll talk about what that looks like in real life. The free enterprise system is built upon 5 pillars or big ideas. The first pillar of the free enterprise system is private enterprise. This means businesses are run by individuals, not the state or national government. Some examples of private enterprises you may be familiar with include Google, Netflix, Disney, and a local favorite, H-E-B. The next pillar of the free enterprise economy is profit motive. This means that private enterprises operate to earn a profit or money. Businesses' goals are to end the year with more money than they began, and that their income exceeds how much they spend. The third pillar of the free enterprise system is competition. That means there is more than one company performing a similar service or selling similar goods. For example, there are multiple companies that sell shoes. We don't all have to wear Nikes. We have choices. The fourth pillar of the free enterprise system is private property. This means citizens have an opportunity to own their own property. This can include a house, a car, or even the latest iPhone. And the final pillar of the free enterprise system is customer sovereignty. Remember, sovereignty is just a fancy word for power. So customer sovereignty means the customers have the power in the economy. By making choices about what to buy, where to buy it, and what companies to support, the consumer, or you and me, drive the economy. Another key component in the free enterprise system is the law of supply and demand. Ideally, according to supply and demand, the amount of a product or good available, the supply, directly equals the amount of the product that people want to buy, or the demand. It doesn't always happen though. Take toilet paper as an example. Now, typically, the supply and the demand for toilet paper are even. The amount of toilet paper available matches the amount of toilet paper people want to buy. That keeps the price relatively even. You can predict how much a pack of toilet paper is going to cost at a grocery store. Right now, though, in April 2020, it's not the case. The demand for toilet paper is much higher than the supply. And in some places, that's causing the price of toilet paper to go up. Now, in theory, these economic components all work together with no government involvement, and the consumer truly rules the economy based on the choices they make. However, in real life, the government does have a limited role in our economy. For example, the government passes and enforces laws to make sure businesses run fairly and safely. During the Progressive Era, the government passed laws that required factories to meet the basic safety standards to protect factory workers. They also passed laws limiting child labor to make sure children were safe from dangerous working conditions in places like factories and mines. The government also passes laws to ensure that there's competition in the market. Have you ever played Monopoly? I don't know about you, but I hate that game. And the government stops our lives from becoming real-life Monopoly by ensuring that more than one company offers a good or service. In Texas, for example, James Hogg created the Railroad Commission to keep railroad companies from having a monopoly and raising prices to ship goods and transport people. Even today, the government gets involved in the economy for multiple reasons. Can you think of another example when the government intervened in the economy? We'll talk about that next time I see you in class. And if you enjoyed this video,
Yes, I did. Okay, guys, I think this is enough for the introduction for this topic, guys. So We'll start this topic next week. Do you have any question? Remember, you need to complete the vocabularies, the trees of vocabulary that we have done so far on the assessment, guys. Any question?
Profesor,
Yes.
profesor, ¿qué
Yes.
es la bolsa de valores?
What?
¿Qué es la bolsa de valores?
Oh, interesante esa pregunta. La bolsa de valores. La bolsa de valores es un sitio donde, es más, te digo, cómo yo aprendí sobre qué era la bolsa de valores. Yo sé que hay un video en internet y ahí fue que yo lo entendí, que hablan sobre una pequeña empresa que quería crecer, pero ella comenzó a pedir dinero a familiares y amistades, pero ella quería crecer más. Entonces, debido a eso se creó una institución en la cual se ofrecían, en Estados Unidos dicen shares, que son partes, o ¿cómo le digo? Que tú vas a tener un porcentaje, tú vas a tener un porcentaje por tú invertir el dinero en una empresa. Por ejemplo, Copa, para poder crecer y comprar la cantidad de aviones que tiene. Ellos se cotizaron en la bolsa de valores. Ellos lanzaron, no sé cuánto, emitieron cuántas opciones en la bolsa de valores y las personas las compraron. Acciones, la palabra son acciones en la bolsa de valores. Entonces, de esa manera, con ese dinero que ellos obtuvieron de las personas que compraron las acciones, es que entonces Copa ha estado ampliando la flota y así muchas empresas. Por ejemplo, yo sé que la Disney, ellos cotizan en la bolsa de valores. Yahoo, Google, toda esa gente cotizan, pero son diferentes bolsas de valores. Hay diferentes bolsas de valores en el área financiera, hay bolsas de valores en el mercado electrónico de internet y hay diferentes bolsas de valores, ¿ya? Eso es la bolsa de valores para eso, y a veces se cotiza, de repente hoy sube un porcentaje, de repente mañana se cae. Entonces la acción que tú compraste pierde valor. Entonces uno comienza a jugar con la bolsa de valores. Esa es la famosa bolsa de valores. Pero yo te recomiendo, si quieres estar más clarita, en internet, en Google, busca ahí qué es la bolsa de valores. Y hay infinidades de videos que te explican con lujo de detalle qué es una bolsa de valores. Pero básicamente es un sitio donde se intercambian acciones, que son un pedacito de tu empresa que uno lo compra y uno obtiene un dinero a cambio de uno haber invertido en eso. O puede que ese dinero baje o puede que suba. Eso básicamente es lo que es una bolsa de valores. Ok, chicos, nos adelantamos a todos, pero bueno. Y también ahí en el video se habló sobre la demanda y la oferta, que también lo vamos a ver más adelante y que todos deben estar al tanto. Chicos, son las 10:45. No hay tiempo. Si quieren, la otra semana, cualquier duda o pregunta me la hacen. ¿Entendido, chicos? Pórtense bien, acuérdense, lávense las manos y nos vemos la otra semana. Chao, 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 chao.